back to Happily Booked, the bookcast that me and Becky started last year. I don't really feel like saying all of it. Okay, welcome. We're your hostesses, Brooke and
Beck.
And I'm tired. I'm just tired, okay?
In case you didn't know, she's growing a baby.
Yeah. So I'm tired. Like all the time. My prenatal workout coach friend, she was like, every day that I show up, she's like, okay, hey, how are you? How you feeling? And I'm like, tired. And she's like, it doesn't stop. She's like, once you have the baby, it doesn't even stop.
No.
You're tired after that.
You're tired for the whole rest of your life.
That's it. You're never the same. And I'm like, okay, good to know. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, any news? Any miscellaneous? Any exciting things to chit chat? Oh yeah, you have something to tell me about a rabbit.
Yes. It doesn't classify. It's not classified as exciting, but I wanted to kill my rabbit yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how he found it. I don't know why it was in Ella's room. But my book, The Convenient Wife, which is like my favorite romance novel, has been eaten by a rabbit.
Like not shredded or chewed up, eaten, or
like half of it is ruined. Completely missing. I don't know where that is. And the half that I found had nibbles through the whole top corner of what was left. Halfway down through the remainder of the book.
That's upsetting.
I was so mad. I just started yelling.
Yeah.
And it scared the girls. They were
like, what's going on?
They were asleep. I went in there to feed him. I was like, hey, Bugsy, how are you this morning? I was like, what is this? And then I started yelling.
Never mind, Bugsy. Go back to sleep.
And Emma goes, what did he do when you were like yelling? And I was like, he obviously didn't care because he went back to eating a box he was working on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, they'll get into anything with them big old chompers they got.
And I swear he's a climber. I didn't know rabbits climbed.
Oh, yeah.
But I have found him on shelves. And I'm like, how did you get up here?
Maybe he hopped.
I mean, I guess he did.
I mean, I think they can climb. I can't say I can't recall ever seeing a rabbit climb. But I would maybe assume they can.
Well, he's been on top.
At least a little bit.
He would have to.
They're no rock climbers.
Because I found him on top of, before I moved my nightstand out of Ella's room, he was on top of the nightstand. Which is possibly how he got my book, because it might have been in her top dresser drawer because we were moving stuff around.
Yeah.
But I don't know how he would have gotten in the dresser, because I'm pretty sure I put it in a drawer so it wouldn't just be laying around. Ella said he opened the drawer.
He grew thumbs.
But I'm like, how did you get on top of this nightstand?
Right.
There wasn't anything next to it where he could like use it like steps to get up there.
Yeah. Got a little spring in his step.
So
I guess.
Highly annoyed.
Yeah. You hear that, everybody? When we link the Convenient Wife on our show notes through Amazon, maybe somebody ought to treat Becky to that. We do get a commission. Okay, I have to say that. When we talk about it, we have to say that.
I would get a commission and a free book.
I know. It's like Christmas.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a happier note, I did find my keys.
Oh yeah.
And
that's important.
I feel bad that I blamed Emma because it might have been my fault.
I
found them in the car on my side, under my feet the other day. I swear I looked. I cleaned out the car.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're like up underneath the pedals somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where they came from.
Where did you find them? Like,
I was driving and I felt something under my foot.
Okay. So yeah.
And I was like, what is under my foot? You know how when stuff gets under that, you can't really drive very well. And so you're like, I'm kicking it out of the way, and it sounded like keys. And I was like, what is that? And then I moved it again. I said, oh, is that my keys?
Yeah.
And of course, I had to wait till I stopped.
Right.
I got home, and I looked, and I was like, oh, my goodness. My keys. Where the heck did they come from?
Yeah. And you checked under your seat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe she set them there so you wouldn't blame her.
Well, I don't think she would do that, but it did have me wondering, did God find them for me?
Yeah. It's like,
and put them there.
Here, Becky. Here are your keys. Yeah.
Yeah, I just have a feeling there's a spot behind the console that goes from both sides. So there's a spot there that they could have been there. Emma said she remembers throwing them at me and they fell. So I possibly just forgot they were there. And while I was driving, maybe they, like if you're on a hill, things that are underneath fall forward. And it's possible that they went and hid in that little nook for a while. And it just so happened that when I was driving that day, they came out.
Yeah, all of your crazy driving to
to
get them in motion.
Let's not talk about my crazy driving. How would you know? What about you?
The chickens moved out.
Yes.
Our 10 babies moved out of the basement and outside.
It's about time.
I know. They're so much happier, and I'm so much happier because I felt so bad that we were like, I guess about 3 weekends behind from the original time we wanted them outside.
Yeah.
And I was like, they keep getting bigger, but there's no point in us to add on a box to their box condo in the basement because, I mean, any day now the coop's going to be done good enough to where they can go out there.
Right.
And so I'm just glad they're not like crammed all together in the box anymore.
Yeah, it's a nice little chicken coop.
Thanks. They did a great job.
Yeah, they did.
They're fantastic. They found that that actual layout and like the plans for that from somebody else on YouTube. Somebody else had built it, and they really liked that one. So yeah, he provided the plans, I guess, with his caption, I guess, on YouTube.
That's nice.
So it was really cool. They did a really good job. I'm really happy with it. And the chickens seem really happy, and I don't think anybody else knows this, but one of our chicks was a rooster. So he's happy too. I told Austin, I was like, it's kind of perfect that only one of them was accidentally a rooster. And he was like, I know, right? Because we got them from Tractor Supply, and they tell you on the labels, I guess, like they have all the information about what chicken it is and like what people tend to like them for, blah, blah, blah. They all say that they're already sexed chickens. So like they guess, I don't know how they check them, if they check them in the egg or right after they hatch. I don't know.
I don't know how that works either.
They were already checked and they were all supposed to be female. And lo and behold, we've got a man in our coop. But
he disguised himself so he would
be
sure to be adopted.
He did a good job. But he seems really sweet so far. I hope he stays that way with at least me. Because I'm going to be the one going in and out, really.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Because, you always hear about how roosters can get mean.
Yes.
And, our stray rooster we had when it was just him, he was very sweet, but we didn't have chickens.
Right.
So, they tend to, like, protect the chickens or whatever.
Yeah, my dad talks about he had a rooster when he was a boy, and he used to carry it around like it was
like a precious child.
Yeah. And it was not mean at all. But I don't know. I guess they had chickens, too, because they were poor, so they probably had their own chickens for eggs. I'm not sure. But he was a good rooster, Dad said.
Yeah.
But I've not known too many people who were lucky enough to have a docile rooster.
He's actually, and maybe this comes from the fact that he is a rooster, I'm not sure, but he's normally the first one to actually come up to me when I get into the coop and I'm like trying to get them to come to me. He's like, oh yeah, hey, how's it going? It's you. And I don't know if that's just him being like, I will fight you if you push it. So just letting you know you have a challenger, or if he's just like, oh yeah, you have the food, you're nice.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what he thinks. He's a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they deal too much of thinking.
I don't think they do either. They're some of the dumbest animals. But they're goofy. They're so fun to watch. Yeah, so we're gonna, get I know I told you outside, but I haven't told the listeners who are dying to know. We're gonna get a few things to put in the chicken run so that they keep themselves occupied, and I'm really excited. I want to get a swing. I want to get a xylophone.
Yeah.
I want to get, what is it called? Some perches, and I really want to get a bridge, too. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I don't know, I might be pushing it with a bridge and a swing. But there was also a picnic table on Amazon.
Oh, interesting.
That you can just, put stuff in, and obviously they'll get up onto the picnic table, eat whatever's on the table part.
That's cute.
And I was like, that is kind of cute. And there's a lot of, toys, what are they called? Treat toys. Mm-hmm. And they're, balls that you put little treats in, and I guess they peck at the balls, and they...
Oh, interesting, yeah.
Keeps them busy. So, I don't know. I'm obsessed. Yeah, I can't wait for them to start laying eggs, though. They'll have eggs. Lots of eggs, hopefully.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're Easter eggers, right?
Yeah, we have 4 Easter eggers, so hopefully we get a couple colorful ones. So, I want to get we have ceramic brown ones out there. Mm-hmm. I want to get ceramic blue ones. Mm-hmm. And there's a blue and a green. It's like a pack of just those colors. Mm-hmm. Also, that way I'm including the Easter eggers.
I saw those because I was looking for stuff for my chickens, because I'm hoping I'll hear soon that I've got some money from this grant that I applied for.
Yeah.
And if so, then I too will be getting chickens very soon. So I looked for some stuff for my chickens. And I think I found a package of toys that has a xylophone and some other stuff included. That's unfortunate.
There we go. Okay. I know I hit it. Yeah. I hope so. That'd be really fun. We could talk about our chickens together.
And I want to get ducks too.
Yeah, at some point we're going to get ducks. Man, I'm so bummed. Because me and my sister had gone to Tractor Supply to get more dog food because it's a super heavy bag that I can't carry. And there were ducks that day, literally the day before we went and got the chicks. There was 2 ducks left. And I was like, dang, I really kind of wanted to get them, but I was like, I don't know, we don't have anywhere to put the ducks. I was just going to show back up with some baby ducks. Where are we going to put them?
Here, Austin, I brought you something.
Yeah, right. Build a home for them right now. And so we went back the next day to get chicks because they had a bunch of chicks. And the ducks were gone, and they were so freaking cute. I wanted them so bad. But, oh well. When the time is right, we'll have some ducks. Yeah.
So sad.
I know. It's a hard life. When your Tractor Supply doesn't have the ducks you want. Okay. What else? I feel like I had something else to talk about. No, I don't. Thought I would have, but I was trying to prepare for possible hauls, but they have yet to occur, so never mind. Okay, so do you have any hauls? I don't, as I just said.
No, I don't think I have any hauls.
Yeah.
No.
That's fine. That's cool with me. I don't think I have anything. Sometimes I have the most random thing. I have a maternity belt. I'm wearing it.
It is the first time you've worn it, so
yeah.
I guess that could be...
Anyway, okay, straight into the rest of this little shebang. Did you finish anything? Oh, wait. I just realized. Stop the presses. You have to have a quote.
Yeah.
You were trying to get out of it, weren't you?
No, I was waiting. I was like, let me find a good spot to say. So
I forgot. I know we were talking about it literally as I was hitting record and started the whole thing and then completely left my mind.
That's funny. So the quote is, "Death is lighter than a feather, duty heavier than a mountain."
Ooh.
And they said it so many times towards the end of the book. Mm-hmm. And that's from The Great Hunt. And I guess I do kind of have a haul. My Dragon Reborn book did come.
So we've been lied to, everybody.
I'm sorry. So you won't hear any more quotes from The Great Hunt, but you might start hearing some from The Dragon Reborn.
I think that's a hint at something. Wow.
Emma's already in chapter 5.
Oh, wow. So that leads us to the next question.
Yes.
Have you finished anything?
Ooh, sorry. Let me think. So obviously I finished The Great Hunt, but I think I finished it last week. I'm not sure.
I couldn't remember.
I can't remember.
And I haven't edited that episode.
That's funny.
I've been so busy.
But I finished that, and I guess that's all I've really finished. I am still reading, obviously, Neverwhere, and I'm reading Esrahaddon.
Oh, yeah, Esrahadon.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They're both so good.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like...
I'm really glad you're liking Neverwhere.
Yeah, it's really good. It does have some language in it, but it's not... Okay, it's the F word a few times, but it's not as bad as some of the other books that I've read.
That's good to know.
And the story's really good. Like, it's not... I feel like the cuss words are just really unnecessary because the story itself... Like, I think some people think they have to enhance their books with bad language.
Yeah.
But Neil Gaiman's first of all, a good writer, such a great writer, and he's a great reader.
He is.
So his book being read by him is just even more, like, elevated.
Yeah.
And the words are unnecessary. Like, the book is great without those.
Yeah.
And so...
I think that's the case for most books.
Yeah. So it hasn't ruined the book for me.
Yeah.
But I know that if I weren't reading it for the podcast, I would probably either stop listening to it or get a physical copy to read it. I mean, I would stop listening to it, and I would either get a physical copy or just not read it at all.
Right.
Because I just am not interested in that language.
Right.
But the book is really the story is good.
I'm excited.
It's really good, and I can't wait for our show to, like, the episode where we talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I hope that people are reading the book.
I do too.
So I just want to put that disclaimer in there because, like, I know my mom and my sister sometimes listen.
Yeah.
And I know they would not want to read that.
Yeah.
And so I have to say that for other people who might be listening, because I know a lot of people don't care.
Yeah.
A lot of people either use the word or just brush over it when they hear it or read it. So it's not a big deal.
I'm a
to
brusher.
Them. Yeah. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But for some people it is. So I feel like I need to put that in there because I don't want people to be shocked, like, oh my gosh, I would never read this.
If I had known.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just want to put that out there. But I think that if you're a brusher or if you have a physical copy and you can skip it, I think you'll really, really enjoy the book.
That's good to know. That's really good to know. I was thinking about it today. I was like, man, when am I going to start reading Neverwhere? And I was like, I have so much time. It's August 21st.
Yeah.
I should probably read it pretty soon.
Probably. And you'll probably end up finishing it before me because you always do.
Who knows?
But, and then Esrahaddon it doesn't have bad language. Like, Michael J. Sullivan, he does put a couple of words in there. I know that as humans, we have degrees of bad language.
Right.
There are words we think are bad, not so bad. I don't know who came up with it.
There's words you don't say.
I don't know who came up with the scale.
Right.
But Michael J. Sullivan does not use, like, the words at the worst end of the scale. And he uses very few of the words at the lighter end of the scale.
Yeah.
And I think that's another reason why I really appreciate his work. There is a lot of death in all of his books, but there's not a lot of bad language. And I love that because it just proves that you don't need it for a story.
Yeah.
And he writes so wonderfully. And there's always a little bit of disappointment in his stories as far as because the romantic in me wants certain things to happen a certain way.
Yeah.
But he always writes it the way it should be written. And I like that. And even his wife says, that he couldn't have written it any other way for the storyline to advance the way it needs to advance.
Right.
And I appreciate that. And yes, I cry a lot when I read his books, but I'm never disappointed in them.
Yeah. Hey, a good cry does not mean disappointment.
That's true.
A lot of the time, if I'm reading a book and it makes me that emotional, I'm like, this is almost every single time that a book has made me like cry or get choked up really bad, it's been a 5-star.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the best.
Bring
on all the sadness.
Writer. So I'm really excited that both the books I'm listening to are written by such good writers.
Yeah.
There's not anything negative about the storyline at all.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. I finished one thing.
Okay.
I did not write a review. I finished In the Market for Murder by T.E. Kinsey. That was the second book in the Lady Hardcastle mysteries that I was listening to. I don't know what to say. I think I rated it 5 stars, if that helps.
Yeah.
I really enjoy so far this series. I'm going to continue with it eventually. Sorry, I was looking at my phone. How rude. It was so funny. So far, both of the books by T.E. Kinsey in this series I have read have been absolutely freaking hilarious. Like, so funny. I'm like, the wit of these characters is great. The banter they have between each other is fantastic. The relation, like, he writes them very well. Mm-hmm. And you can just really enjoy the characters interacting with each other because of how well he's written them. Mm-hmm. And that's so fun for the fact that it's just like a cozy mystery series. Mm-hmm. You know, half the time cozy mysteries are like, you just sort of like, it's like popcorn. You just kind of, all right, we're done. Yeah. You know, so I barely remember anything that happened, but it was good enough, I guess. But like, I really enjoy thus far listening to these audiobooks. And the narrator also does a fantastic job. What's her name? Let me see. Good question, Becky. Good question. What is her name? She does a fantastic job. Narrated by Elizabeth Nolden. Oh yeah, I said her name last week and I couldn't remember how to say her last name.
That's funny.
That time I just breezed right through it, so I guess I figured it out. I haven't done research. So yeah, that's all I finished. I enjoyed it just fine, and at some point soon, I'll probably start the 3rd audiobook. I don't know how many's in the series. I know you went over it last week. Again, I haven't edited, so I haven't listened. I'm busy, okay? We had to get the chickens outside. Everyone's harassing me for a baby registry. Okay, it's happening. All right?
That's so funny. I know how you feel, though, because I'm like, I feel like I have 300 things to do.
Yes.
And my house, I told the girls today, I said, we haven't cleaned the house in like 2 weeks.
And like, then on top of the ultimate big projects, you have all your daily things that you need to accomplish.
Right. So, so I'm like, we're going to go home and we're going to clean. Uh-huh. But, yeah, I understand how you feel. There's so much to do. And I feel like maybe I'm less lazy than I used to be or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's because I'm not depressed.
Yeah.
And, but I feel like you and I both just make these lists.
Yeah.
And we give ourselves so much to do.
We can do all of these things. No, we can't. There's not enough daylight in 24 hours.
And I was telling Emma yesterday, I was like, we have to do this, 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 and this. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to get all that done.
Nope. Nope. I know. And then you have to prioritize everything a certain way because then, you know, you realize you're not going to want to do all of the things. And so you're like, okay, well, what's more important? Not editing. Doing the dishes that keep piling up. Taking Remy to the vet because she keeps scratching her eye.
Stay out of the weeds, Remy.
That's what I'm saying. And as you can tell, I haven't even vacuumed.
I actually didn't notice till you said it, but now I see the dog fur.
Yeah. It's like little splotches of black fur.
That's how the rug is supposed to look.
Yeah.
That's okay.
One day. I got more vacuum bags, so that's a good step.
That is good.
Yay.
That's good. You have somewhere for the dog fur to go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's all I finished. Ooh, I lied.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. I didn't lie.
She lied about lying.
Yeah. Just kidding, tricked you. I wrote, so, I don't know, I guess you probably know, but nobody else really knows, more likely than not. I always write down, I'm like, haul, if I have anything, or miscellaneous, whatever. And then under that, what I finished. And then under that is my current reads. And then the next one, I've just been adding what I'm thinking about next. And I wrote them down, but I wrote next and current backwards. So I thought I lied.
Oh, that's funny.
But I didn't lie. I'm just not very bright.
Stop it.
So, next on the list is current. I am currently reading 2 different books because that's normally what I'm doing. And as I hinted to you, or blatantly showed you at work, I am reading Rabbits by Terry Miles.
And how's it going?
Physically, pretty good. I mean, I am enjoying it. I think it'll be at least 4 stars. This many. 4 stars. Holding up a 5. Anyway. And I am enjoying it. And I like to think that most people would probably enjoy it if they like this kind of like weird stuff's going on, what's happening, conspiratory. I said that right? Yeah, I did. Almost like there's a secret society or secret cult that you're trying to figure out what's happening around you. Mm-hmm. If they like that kind of stuff, they probably enjoy it. But I'm a little biased because I did listen to the podcast Rabbits before reading this, and they're 2 different stories, but they're in the same universe about the same weird game that goes on that you have to like really dig into in order to start playing, and it can be deadly kind of thing.
Oh.
So I'm a little biased because I hope that people who haven't listened to the podcast would also enjoy reading this. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I'll never know. That's something I'll never know. But as somebody who has listened to Rabbits, the podcast, and is now reading the physical book Rabbits by Terry Miles, I'm enjoying it just fine. It's entertaining. It caught my interest so much quicker than the library at Mount Char, which I'm really disappointed in. I literally, I told you that day, I was like, I'm going to get to 100 pages. I'm going to just make it to 100 pages in this book. And if I'm not hooked at 100 pages, I'm just going to move on to something else.
Right.
And then that day, I never did read the rest of the day. But the next day, come the evening time, when I finally had time to read, I was like, you know what? Okay, now's the time. Pick up the library at Mount Char. And I looked at that book, and I thought, oh, God, no. I don't want to do that. It's just been so boring.
No.
And I don't like it. And I haven't made it to 100 pages like I said I should, because the reviews are amazing for this book.
That's so sad.
It has at least a 4-star on Goodreads, which is really good. And I keep looking at the reviews, and they're like, okay, it started off really slow. Not gonna lie, started off really slow. Knew it was weird going in. I'm aware of that. Knew it was weird. Starts off very, very slow, and you're kind of like, what's going on? And then after 100 pages or so, you're like, it's clicking. Everything is falling into line. This is amazing. I can't put it down. And I'm like, I wanted to feel that. But the thought of picking this book up the other day made me want to cry, because I was like, no, it's so boring. Like, I don't want to read it. So I picked up Rabbits instead.
That's funny.
Which has been, distinctly more entertaining so far. I will say, I don't remember when I listened to the podcast if there was some strong language in it or not. I don't remember that very well. Very possible it had strong language. I just haven't listened to it in at least a year now. So, and like we've mentioned already this episode, I'm a brusher, I guess. And if it happens, I'd sort of just like, well, whatever. Right out of my mind. I try to keep track of it these days so that I can tell people and rate it properly on Storygraph. Mm-hmm. And I just don't remember if the podcast had any language like that. But there is curse words sprinkled throughout for Rabbits. It's not too bad. The words are kind of strong, but the frequency of them is not as often as I guess it could be. Right. But I am only, that you can see it like a centimeter through. What page is that? I'm on chapter 9, and it's page 77. So again, I'm not even 100 pages in Rabbits. Distinctly more entertaining than the library at Mount Char. I'm so sad.
Are you gonna DNF?
I don't know. I don't want to, but it's looking like that might be how it's gonna go. I might pick it back up. And I thought about picking up the audio version because, like, well, maybe I can just sort of breeze through it through audio. Maybe it'll become more entertaining. You never know until you start it. But I can't do that because I'm listening to Capture the Sun by Jessie Mihalik on audio. And that would be cheating.
Yeah.
Because I want to listen to Capture the Sun.
Right.
I don't necessarily want to proceed with the library of Mount Char at all.
Right.
Priorities, people. Priorities.
Yeah, right.
Which leads me into trying to talk about Capture the Sun so far. It's fine. It's decent. I'm only like an hour in it. I think it's like 10 hours of audio. So I'm not very far. There's been some tongue twister. There's been some strong language, not a lot. There's been some flirty scenes, and I was like, whoa, these are flirty scenes, all right. This is the Starlight's Shadow series, which is that I want to say adult sci-fi romance. I don't know how it's labeled. It could be labeled YA, but I hope it's not. Because this is the third one I've listened to, and the other two I'm like, I don't think it's appropriate for children, personally. But it's entertaining enough. I've been having a problem lately where I like kind of zone out in audiobooks.
Oh no.
So I think the last time I listened was like 3 days ago, though. And I'm pretty sure I was focused, so that's good. So far, it seems like I'm going to enjoy the storyline. It's sort of like excuse me, I just burped. I don't think anybody could hear it, but I'm just going to announce it. I burped, everybody. I think it's going to be more like an enemies to lovers kind of romance.
Okay.
So that's pretty enjoyable most of the time. So, I mean, I've enjoyed this series so far. So I don't know how many more books she's going to make in this series, though. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm not so sure about the library at Mount Char.
Speaking of, you were saying how long that book is, how many hours of listening or whatever.
Yeah.
Esrahadon is 30 hours.
Yeah.
And Neverwhere is only 14. So
that reminds me of like The Stand.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, excuse me. Yeah. You're telling me. Let me drink some water real quick. Hold on. Hold that thought.
Take your time.
Oh my gosh. Phew. Anyway, so that reminds me of when I was reading The Stand.
Uh-huh. I
didn't listen to it on audio. I knew I only wanted to physically read it, enjoyed it, loved it, by Stephen King. If you should read it. That's all I'm gonna say. There are a lot of sensitive issues in that book, but it's a really good story. It is also very long, well over 1,000 pages. And our coworker friend was like, "Wow, that's so cool! You're reading The Stand. I've always wondered what it would be like to listen to 33 hours of audio, or however long it was. It was something crazy long because it's huge." And I'm like, man, I don't know if I could handle that long of an audiobook.
Yeah.
Because after so long, I'm like, all right, move on to something else.
Is this the same coworker who got us to read the Michael J. Sullivan?
Yeah.
Yes? Well, he's wanting to listen to Esrahadon, so he's going to find out.
Yeah. He's going to learn. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. So yeah, what are you going to pick up next?
Well, first I got to get through The Dragon Reborn, which after that will just be the next one in the series of The Wheel of Time. Right. Then I've got to get through Esrahaddon and Neverwhere before I worry about that.
You're right.
But I've been thinking about reading the series you've been reading, the lady, what's her name?
Oh, the Lady Hardcastle ones?
Lady Hardcastle. I've been thinking about reading those. And also I found the Amelia Peabody series
Oh,
on
that's
Scribe.
right. Yeah.
So I may do another thing where I listen to 2 audiobooks when I'm done. But I'll be done with Neverwhere before I'm done with Esrahaddon. So I might start listening to Lady Hardcastle, or I might just go all out and get done with Esrahaddon when I'm done with Neverwhere.
Yeah.
Before I start. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, you're doing a physical book. Well, you're about to start The Dragon Reborn, which will be your physical
book. I technically already started it. I've read 3 pages.
3 whole pages.
3 whole pages.
Wow. Stand back, everybody. Hold on.
But yes. So I'm doing 3 right now.
Oof.
I'm so ambitious sometimes.
You're doing great.
But
you're doing fantastic.
But yeah, I might try to read 2 mystery books next.
Yeah.
Which Lady Hardcastle's mysteries, right?
Yeah, I like cozy mystery.
Amelia Peabody books, they're mysteries. They are archaeologists.
Right, yeah.
And so the mysteries always happen when they're on a dig in Egypt.
That just sounds so interesting.
Yeah, they're Egyptologists.
That kind of reminds me of and it's not in the Death on the Nile. It's like the beginning of Death on the Nile.
Yeah.
Because he's like going from one case that happens in like that area to Death on the Nile.
Right.
And I don't know what book that is, but anyways, that's what it makes me think of. It makes me think of just that beginning.
Right.
Anyway.
I've always wanted to go to Egypt.
That reminds me. Continue.
Yes, no, go ahead.
Oh, this can wait a second if you have anything else.
No, that was it.
Sorry. This reminds me. I don't know how I saw it. I must have been scrolling on Instagram or something. And I guess that's what it was. And I was like, no, they're making this a movie.
What?
And, ooh, what? And so I immediately went to YouTube and watched the trailer for this movie.
Yeah.
And it's another one. So, you know, the most recent adaptations of Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile with Kenneth Branagh.
Yes.
They're doing another one.
Really?
And it's, they've called it A Haunting in Venice. And I was like, oh, it looks so good. It looks so freaky. What's going on? And I was like, oh, I want to read that book then. I want to read that one. I've already read it. It's based on Halloween Party by Agatha Christie.
That's so cool.
So I don't know how much they've changed. By looking at the trailer, I feel like they might be changing a good amount, but the movie still looks like really spooky and fun, and I'm going to still enjoy it.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I sent it to my sister, and I was like, you have no choice. You have to see this with me.
I still have to watch Murder on the Orient Express with him. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to.
Yeah. I really like, I don't know, I guess the atmosphere of that series they're doing with him as Mr. Poirot. Yeah. I was like, what's his first name? All I could think of was Poirot. Yeah. Duh. But I'm really enjoying like the atmosphere and tone they put into, you know, his character in this, I guess in this universe with Agatha Christie.
Right.
But it looks really freaky. And you would think with how kind of freaky it looks that it would be let out in October. But it's coming out September 15th, I think.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I might read Halloween Party again just to like revamp my memory.
Yeah.
But I'm fairly certain they're changing a decent amount with this one, but I could be wrong.
That's going to be so cool.
It looked really good.
And we mentioned Kenneth Branagh again.
Look at that!
It feels like he gets a lot of mentions on this show.
It does. It's kind of weird. That's funny. And he was in Oppenheimer.
Really?
Yeah, he played like some doctor, some scientist in Oppenheimer.
That's cool. Did you like his character? Or was he
he was fine. Yeah, he was a good guy. He was, I think, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. That movie's a little too smart for me sometimes. But I'm pretty sure he was
what they
like
were doing, it's like, were any of them
right,
good guys?
Yeah, so I think morally he was on the good scale. I think. Anyway, but yeah, that just made me think of that. We started talking about mysteries and Death on the Nile and blah blah blah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that it looks really good. I'm really excited. What I'm listening to next, audio, will be Falling by TJ Noonan. Noonan. It's TJ Noonan. Because somebody else is Newman. And I don't remember who it is, but I'm pretty sure. You know, it'll be in the show notes. So I'm excited. That's the second or the other plain thriller by Miss T.J. Noonan, maybe Newman. And the first one was Drowning, and I loved Drowning. And my mom listened to Falling afterwards, and she was like, it was also very good. So I'm excited. Drowning so far has been my favorite thriller. I just loved it. It was so, so good. So, anybody's interested in Drowning?
It's Newman.
It's Newman? Okay. Somebody else I've read recently from is Noonan. And I can't think. Maybe I should look on Storygraph. That's a good idea, Becky. That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
I swear I've listened to somebody recently, or read a book by somebody recently who was something Newman. Wait, who is this?
Newman.
Newman is the author of Falling and Drowning.
Yes.
Newman with an M. Where's my pen? There it is. Try not to make the thing buzz. Newman. Who is it that I am thinking of? Let's see. Maybe I'm making that up. I'm pretty sure somebody, or maybe it's a book that I want to read or something. I don't know. It'll come to me again. I can't find it. It's nothing recent, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a lunatic.
Not a lunatic.
I've read so many Frederick Bachman books. I'm just looking at my Storygraph. I'm like, whoa, look at that.
Funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I really have, I think. I keep my Kindle out here, so maybe I'll pick up a Kindle book at some point, but it's not looking good at the moment. Oh, well.
In my reading journal, I only have Neverwhere on here. Why have I not added?
You're behind the times.
I am.
I notice I'll do that too sometimes. I'm like, oh no, I'm behind. It's not accurate. I have to figure out what day I started. Was it 2 days ago? Was it 3? Was it a week?
Right.
Was it today? I don't know.
And I don't know when I started reading. Wait, yes I do. Because I talked about it last week. So I think it was last Sunday it came out. Because I was surprised. I got an email and I listened to the prologue.
It's sad. Because now I'm like, wow, I kind of understand why the first person I heard talk about the library at Mount Char maybe just stopped reading it. Like, I get it. You know? But I'm going to try. I'll probably try it again soon. I don't know. It was just so boring, Becky.
Don't do it.
I just like...
You're the one who told me.
I know, right?
That it's okay if you don't finish something.
Just move on to something else that makes you happy. What's the next physical book I'm going to read after? Oh, Neverwhere. It's going to be Neverwhere. I need to read that.
Yes, you do.
You know what books I've been thinking about reading lately?
What's that?
Harry Potter.
I need to finish those.
I've been thinking about picking those up again.
But I can't finish them until I'm done with the Wheel of Time series. And there's quite a few of those.
Yeah.
And I only say that because I already know what happens in Harry Potter anyway.
Right, yeah. So it's like, it can wait. If I care enough. If I care more about... Words are hard. If I care more about starting something new that I've never read.
Right.
Versus comfort read of Harry Potter.
Right.
That's tough. That's a tough decision. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
saw something today on our Happily Booked Facebook page. It said something about you should reread books at different stages in your life. Not because the book changes, but because your viewpoint on life changes.
Mm-hmm.
So when you read it as a teenager versus at 30 versus at 40, it changes how you feel about the story.
Yeah.
You see it differently.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm going to be a mother. I'm thinking about that series a lot. I don't know.
It's a really good series.
It is a really good series. It is. I should put that on the registry, the illustrated versions, so I can read them to the tiny tot.
That's a good idea.
Like this.
I just came up with a new idea of something to do today
Uh,
to add to my list. It's going to be easier, though.
yeah.
I think. Well, because Emma and I, we've been trying to do more natural things, natural living. And I have this chapstick I don't want to give up because it's peppermint chapstick. And I've had this idea I could make it.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about getting some coconut oil and some peppermint oil. And then I was like, how do I make the red? Because I want to make it look like a peppermint. I was like, how do I make the red without using the red dye? And there's a beet dye.
Yeah.
It's a natural dye. I didn't know. I was looking for it. And but I could make enough that I could also sell some.
Right.
So I could sell a natural lip gloss or lip balm and
making my lips dry.
Keep a few for myself.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just had this idea today, and I think I'm going to do it.
I think you should. That's a really cute idea. Like, you want to make them look like peppermint candies?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
Because I can get these little round containers.
Oh, yeah.
And I can pour it in, and then I'm not sure how I'm going to make the red. I've had an idea, and Emma gave me an idea, so we'll just see how it turns out.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything unless not unless, in case my idea is stupid.
Nah.
I don't want to sound stupid.
It's not a stupid idea. I mean, you never know. But it's not a stupid idea.
So I thought I'd try it first, and then if it works, then I'll share what I did.
Right. That's cool. Yeah, that you should definitely do the chapstick one, or at least try it and see how it goes. That would be really cool.
Yeah. Be something else for me to sell for my promote for my natural living.
Mm-hmm. Man.
It's nap time, folks.
Yeah. I need to edit, but I really don't feel like it.
I understand.
The episode might come out tomorrow instead of today.
Well, we're done with the episode today. We need to talk about what we didn't talk about last week.
Yeah. I know. When you left, I was like, oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that. And then every day I've seen you, I haven't talked about it. Yep. Well, I think that's all I've got.
That's all I've got.
All I've got.
All right, kindred spirits. Sounds like it's a wrap. Thanks for listening, as always. Just want to give, of course, our usual shout outs to Sideways Sheriff and to Miss Tracy. And just also self-promote again here at the end that we do have Happily Booked merchandise. And if you're interested, you can just send us a message either on Instagram, Facebook, or at our email, which is at the bottom of our show notes. And we'll get you some merchandise. And also make sure you're checking out links for any of the books that we talk about that you're interested in reading. If you go to the link and purchase the book, then that will help Brooke and me. Because she's got a little on the way, and she's got chickens, and so she's getting started on that homestead journey that we're talking about. It'd be really nice if our podcast helped us, get going on our homestead journeys a little faster. And also, I don't know that I've mentioned it a whole lot on here before. I know we've talked about it before, but if you would check out Bob White Homestead, on Facebook,
she's doing some things over there.
I am doing some things over there. And I'm on Instagram too, and I try to keep some reels going on there. But I have pricing on some items that are for sale, and I also have links for stuff that I'm using that I buy on Amazon for the farm or for the natural living that we're trying to start doing. So as I order things or as I remember what I've ordered in the past, I'm uploading links there. Mm-hmm. So if you're interested in any of the items that I'm putting up, if you click on those links, you'll help the farm. So just thought I'd throw that out there.
Throw it. Throw it.
And because Brooke and I would love to have eggs. Well, she's going to have eggs faster than I do, but I'd love to have some chickens and some ducks and stuff. So anyway, check out all the show notes. I'm sure she'll put my Bob White Homestead in there for you guys, but if you have Facebook, you can just search me and you'll find me. Yeah. So it's not hard. And we appreciate you listening. And really that that's probably the most important thing, is just keep listening and spreading the news about our podcast.
Yeah.
Because
tell your friends.
Because it's really cool for us, regardless of if anyone buys anything or not. It's cool that we have listeners in so many places and that you are interested enough in what we're saying to listen to us. That's really cool. And we appreciate you a lot.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And, it's great to know there are so many kindred spirits in the world. Thank you for listening. And until next time, stay happily booked.